Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, and today's title is Yoga Hell. Let's move on to language focus. 1번. This was great fun until the night when one knee made a loud popping noise and bent in a direction that knees aren't supposed to bend. Not supposed to, aren't supposed to, is what we're looking at today. So, use not supposed to express that it would be unnatural or harmful for something to happen. So, not supposed to는 무엇을 해서는 안 된다라고 표현하고 싶을 때 쓰는다. So, let's have a look. You're not supposed to take Tylenol if you drink alcohol. So, 술 마실 때 타일레놀은 복용하면 안 된다. Yes, that's true. You're not supposed to take any medicine if you drink alcohol, to be honest with you. So, why? Because it's harmful. Dogs aren't supposed to eat chocolate. 강아지들은 초콜릿을 섭취하면 안 된다. So, they're not supposed to eat chocolate, meaning chocolate is bad for them. It's harmful for them. So, yes. Okay, moving on to 2번. So this was followed by 4 months of using a walker to hobble around the apartment. So much for curing cabin fever. Okay, as you can see, I've highlighted so much for. So use so much for to express the hope for having, getting, or doing something has been lost. This is an idiomatic expression and does not form a grammatical complete sentence. So, how can I explain it to you? So much for는 수거 표현이자 완전 문장으로 쓰지 않는다. 주로 어떤 것이 실패했거나 기대에 부응하지 못했을 때 사용된다. 무산되다. 물 건너가다. So, if we look at our examples, I can't find my keys. So much for getting to work on time. 자기 못 찾겠다. 늦게 앉게 출근하는 건 물거나 같네. Alright. Next one. Marianella's parents hate me and I'm allergic to her cats. So much for our wedding plans. 마리아넬라 부모님은 날 안 좋아하기도 하지만 고양이 알러지까지 있어. 우리 결혼 계획은 무산됐네. So that's quite a strong statement. Yes, so doesn't seem like their marriage is going to be very fun. Alright, now let's move on to the language focus quiz. 1번. You're not supposed to, if, So if we scroll back up here, not supposed to는 무엇을 해서는 안 된다라고 표현하고 싶을 때 쓰인다. So the example sentence, is you're not supposed to take Tylenol if you drink alcohol. 술 마실 때 타일레놀은 복용하면 안 된다. So you're not supposed to play sport if you are injured. So, 부상 당했을 때는 운동 안 해야 해. Of course, you should recover. 2번. Babies are not supposed to jump on the couch. I don't know what they're not supposed to do. That's a hard one. 아이들은 소파 위에 뛰어놀면 안 돼. Okay. Moving on to 3번. So much for this year. So if we go back up there, so much for. So much for는 속어 표현이지 완전 문장으로 쓰이지 않는다. 주로 어떤 것이 실패했거나 기대에 부응하지 못했을 때 사용된다. So I can't find my keys, so much for getting to work on time. 자겠다. 늙지 않은 출근하는 건 물 건너갔네. Example, I gained 10 kilos. So much for my New Year's resolution. 10kg나 졌어요. 새해 계획은 물 건너갔네. Or 4번, so much for my plans to, it's going to rain this weekend. So much for my plans to go hiking. 이번 주말 비 예보가 있네. 등산 계획은 물 건너갔네. Alright, now let's move on to the further discussion. 1번. Have you ever exercised with a coach or personal trainer? If so, how was it? 운동 코치나 개인 트레이너랑 운동한 적이 있습니까? 어떻는지? Yeah. So, when I was in my early 20s, I wanted to learn how to pick up weights the correct way. So I had a personal trainer and for a couple of months, and it was very useful. And he taught me a lot. The only problem was that it was so expensive. I couldn't afford him more than a couple of months. I used to play basketball when I was very young, so I had so many coaches as well. I had a very active childhood and early 20s. So much these days, I don't really have any personal trainers or coach. So, yeah, it was fun to have a coach. 2번. What kind of education and standards should be required for exercise instructors? So, 체육 스포츠 교수들은 어떤 교육 과정과 수준을 필요할까요? Just like a university, especially when you're dealing with people and your job is to keep them healthy and your job is to keep them uninjured. I mean, some things you can't avoid. Sometimes in sports games, you're going to get injured regardless of how much coaching you receive. If you're a personal trainer, you should have a very strict course on how to help people train correctly, because it can be very dangerous to lift weights and to go on the treadmill and to do whatever you do in the gym. It can be quite dangerous at times. So I think there should be a high level of standards when it comes to any sort of work where you have to make somebody do something physical. It's the same with any other job that you have to do some physical work. Construction, you need to pass tests. I can't think of any other examples, but that's just another example. So yes, I think the standards should be high, and you should make sure that you're, at least you've had a lot of experience, either working at other places, being taught by people who have been in the field for a very long time, etc., etc. Anyway, that wraps it up for today's class, and I'll see you on the next class.
Cabin fever.
Cabin fever.
Walker.
Walker.
Hobble.
Hobble.
Get around to doing something.
Get around to doing something.
All too familiar.
All too familiar.
Gifted.
Gifted.